The aim of this debate is to share the research and data necessary to convince our state representative, Mr. Darrell Metcalf, to support legislation requiring universal preschool programs for children. As we begin to think about the case for universal preschool, let's take the opportunity to put the children we are serving in Pennsylvania at the core of our conversation. The following scenarios represent the reality public schools are facing as children enter their doors each day. Meet Sam. Sam is a 5-year-old who will be coming to kindergarten in the fall. Sam has had a high-quality preschool experience, knows all of his letters and sounds, and has developed a robust vocabulary. Sam comes from a print-rich home environment and has acquired age-appropriate fine and gross motor skills. Thanks to Sam's family, he has a strong foundation and is thoroughly prepared for kindergarten. Now let's take the opportunity to meet Kim. Kim will come to school with no preschool experience. She is not able to identify any letters or sounds and has an extremely limited vocabulary. Kim has had little or no exposure to text and exhibits extremely limited fine and gross motor development. Clearly, Kim has not been afforded the opportunities necessary to be prepared for kindergarten.
Just like the stories of Sam and Kim, how can we expect students to cross the same finish line when they don't have the same starting point or support systems throughout the race? What lasting impact will attending or not attending preschool have on these two students? What future social ramifications occur as a result of drastically different experiences for students like Sam and Kim? And finally, what actions can be taken by voters and state legislatures to invest in our most precious commodity, Pennsylvania's children?
According to the latest State of Preschool Yearbook issued on May 13th by the National Institute for Early Education Research, Pennsylvania has slipped in the national rankings for pre-kindergarten access. This means that more and more students are coming to school with experiences similar to Kim's. Pennsylvania now ranks 30th out of 41 states in providing pre-K access for 4-year-olds, down from 28th a year ago. The Commonwealth also ranks 14th in access for 3-year-olds, down 12 from a year ago. The National Institute for Early Education Research described Pennsylvania as losing ground on pre-K access, noting a little more than 3,000 pre-K enrollments lost last year. According to Steve Barnett, the director of the National Institute for Early Education Research, Pennsylvania has faltered in its commitment to quality pre-K in recent years. But we are hopeful that new attention will be given to early education in the state's election race, eliciting a renewed commitment from the state's leaders. Pennsylvania Partnerships for Children's president and CEO states, "We know Pennsylvania needs to step up its investments in high-quality pre-K." This latest National Institute for Early Education Research report underscores the urgency for making those investments. Many other states are more aggressively investing in pre-K because they know it has a proven long-term return on investment. Pennsylvania needs to pick up the pace or risk falling further behind. A Pennsylvania Partnerships for Children report issued this year found that only 1 in 6 of Pennsylvania's 3- and 4-year-olds has access to high-quality public pre-K, leaving nearly 250,000 children missing out on the once-in-a-lifetime learning opportunity only high-quality pre-K provides. The same statistics are reflected in Cranberry Township. The 2010 census report notes that there are roughly 4,500 preschool-aged children in Senator Metcalf's legislative district. Based upon the recent research conducted, There are 20 possible preschool options for families within Cranberry Township. If Senator Metcalf wanted to offer preschool for every eligible child in Cranberry Township, these 20 preschools would have to be staffed to educate 225 students in each facility. Assuming that only 1/4 of these students are preschool age right now, each facility would need to be staffed to educate 56 students. Based upon recent phone interviews with pre-K facilities in Cranberry Township, no more than 10 students are accepted in each class, and there is already a wait list for the 2014-2015 school year. Clearly, the pre-K options for families in Senator Metcalf's district fall short. Just as the state-level data reflects, Cranberry Township, too, is losing ground in its commitment to provide high-quality pre-K for children. As we consider the case to provide pre-K for Pennsylvania's children, the National Institute for Early Education Research noted the following key components must be in place to ensure high-quality universal preschool programs. One of the key components of high-quality pre-K is teacher quality. The most effective programs have teachers who have earned a bachelor's degree and hold specialization in early childhood education. Pre-K age should hold a Child Development Associate credential, and both the teacher and aide should engage in at least 15 hours of well-designed professional development opportunities each year. A second key component of high-quality pre-K involves teacher-to-child ratios and small class sizes. A ratio of 1 teacher for every 10 children is crucial for program success. In addition, the class size should not exceed 20 children. According to the National Institute for Early Education Research, teachers with fewer children in the group are less restrictive and controlling, more supportive of each child's learning style, and have time to extend children's language, guide children's social interactions, and encourage exploration and problem solving. The third requirement for program success is planning and delivering a research-based curriculum that is aligned to early childhood learning standards. High-quality pre-K programs have the necessary supports in place to develop a child's academic, social, emotional, and physical needs. A thorough curriculum develops all of these needs through opportunities that support reading, writing, math, inquiry, play, art, music, and fine and gross motor development. Family engagement is another requirement for high-quality pre-K programs. Teachers work to design experiences to get parents involved with the preschools. Some of these experiences include parent-teacher conferences, home visits, reading and math parent nights, volunteering in the classroom, or helping with trips. Most importantly, families are respected as the child's first teachers and are providing with the training and resources necessary to extend the child's learning at home. The final key component of high-quality pre-K programs is an emphasis on the whole child and family. The National Institute for Early Education Research notes that high-quality pre-K programs screen children's vision, hearing, and general health in order to identify problems and make the appropriate referrals. In addition, families should have access to social services or to information about nutrition, parenting, or family support. Pre-K programs should offer children breakfast and/or lunch each day in order to ensure proper nutrition. With these 5 core program components in place, the benefits to children are clear. Early childhood education provides children with an opportunity for growth while focusing on academic achievement. Research suggests that high-quality programs have positive effects on the development of language, literacy, and math skills. However, many children do not have the opportunity to receive academic and social foundations before entering school. This creates an uneven playing field for children entering kindergarten. This inequality is difficult to overcome and most often follows these children throughout their educational careers. With the implementation of the PA core standards, the amount of academic requirements has increased. Children who attend high-quality preschool programs will be better prepared for the rigorous academic requirements that are introduced in the PA core. Currently, the PA Common Core state standards for pre-K require that children be able to do things such as retell key details in a text and be able to conceptually understand addition and subtraction. High-quality preschool positively contributes to the language, literacy, and math skills growth of both low and middle-income children, but has the greatest impact on children living in or near poverty. Another reason universal early childhood education should be considered is because high-quality programs foster the social and emotional development of children. Preschool provides a structured environment where children are encouraged to develop social skills with other children and build trusting relationships with adults outside of their family, while developing higher levels of attentiveness. Reduction in aggression and other externalized behaviors have also been proven in elementary children that attended these programs. Research also suggests that high-quality preschools help to create responsible adults and reduces delinquency and crime rates. According to the high-scope Perry Preschool study, children who did not attend preschool or other early childhood education programs were 70% more likely to be arrested for violent crimes by the age of 18 than their peers who had attended. This study also suggests a reduction in the rate of teen pregnancy for those who attended preschool. Preschool also contributes to greater employment and higher wages for adults. According to the Society for Research in Child Development and the Foundation for Child Development, high-quality preschool programs directly target children's health outcomes and contribute to increased wellness. Through these programs, more children are immunized and health screenings are conducted that may reduce problems because of early detection. Some programs include preventative dental care, the comprehensive screening of children, tracking of well visits, and required immunizations. Every dollar Pennsylvania invests in quality pre-K programs generates $1.79 in new spending in the Commonwealth, helping local businesses and creating jobs, according to an economic impact study issued on April 25th by a national business leaders organization. In addition, every dollar invested in early learning generates $17 in long-term public savings and benefits. Ready Nation estimates that if Pennsylvania funded pre-K for all 3- and 4-year-olds, that investment would generate $800 million in additional goods and services and create nearly 28,000 jobs statewide. At the same time, high-quality pre-K helps build the future workforce and foster long-term economic security. The Strengthening Pennsylvania Business Through Investments in Pre-Kindergarten released a Ready Nation report. The report examines the economic benefits of pre-K investments in 8 regions across the Commonwealth and concludes that few investments make as much sense for Pennsylvania businesses, balance sheets, as do investments in high-quality early education. Sarah Watson, National Director of Ready Nation, noted that early learning centers are small businesses that spend their dollars in Pennsylvania communities, buying goods and services from local employers more so than any other sectors. Their employees live in those communities, and their salaries translate into additional economic activity that supports local businesses and residents. In addition, Joan Benso, President and CEO of PA Partnerships for Children, said that the economic impact analysis shows the benefits of pre-K investments that some people might not readily see. By examining how pre-K programs strengthen communities through consumer spending and job creation. She states, this report should be an eye-opener for voters and candidates who are discussing how Pennsylvania can create more jobs and kickstart the sluggish economy. Stronger investments in high-quality pre-K are one of the most effective ways we can breathe new life into our economy and communities. Preschool programs can be costly for parents. When families know that state legislatures are looking out for their children and financial well-being, they are more likely to vote for them in the future. Currently, there are 929 homes in Cranberry Township with a single parent who also have school-aged children. Of these homes, 16% live in poverty. Additionally, 28.4% of Cranberry's African American homes live in poverty, while 10.4% of Cranberry's Hispanic homes live in poverty. These demographics represent the groups that research shows preschool will benefit the most. However, the average cost for a child to attend preschool in Cranberry Township is $900 per month or $10,800 each year, a cost that is unaffordable to families living below the poverty line. Americans are increasingly growing tired of partisan politics. Many of Senator Metcalfe's core beliefs fall to the extreme right. However, showing that one can compromise on issues that many liberals find important, such as investing in education, would send the message that they are willing to cooperate with voters to advance the American political system. When voters see this sort of cooperation, they may be more likely to show their support even if they don't believe in all of the elements of your political platform. Having been in state legislature for 16 years, showing that you, Senator Metcalfe, can connect with struggling families will make voters feel more confident in your ability to support them and represent their changing needs and interests as voters. Although the benefits for universal pre-K are clear, we recognize your belief that massive federal expansion of preschool further entangles Washington in the education and care of our young children. However, it's important to keep in mind that one function of government is to ensure the equality of all citizens. While all people are not born with the abilities or access to the same opportunities, government-sponsored pre-K programs help to assure that all children have the same educational opportunities. Unfortunately, historically, education has not been equal across all states. There are different certification requirements for teachers, different standards, and different expectations for children. Students in various districts with less financial means typically experience the same limitations. As such, not all students in the United States are provided with the same educational opportunities. The setting of standard for universal preschool by the Obama administration should provide all American children with similar educational experiences in their early years. This will lead to better opportunities for the historically low-achieving students as they progress throughout their educational careers. Senator Metcalfe also notes that an estimated 74% of 4-year-old children are enrolled in preschools across the country. However, according to the U.S. Census Bureau, in 11 out of the 14 communities in Cranberry Township, the median family income falls below $75,000. Based upon that statistic and the preschool participation rates in the graph displayed on the right of the screen, less than 50% of Cranberry Township 3- and 4-year-olds would be enrolled in preschool programs. Furthermore, as noted earlier, 1 in 6, that's 16.6%, of Pennsylvania's 3- and 4-year-olds has access to high-quality pre-K, leaving nearly 250,000 children missing out on the once-in-a-lifetime learning opportunity that only high-quality pre-K provides. Some people believe that low-income families already have access to preschool through state programs and Head Start. However, research has proven this is not true. In a study issued on May 13th by the National Institute for Early Education Research, Pennsylvania has slipped in the national rankings for pre-kindergarten access. Pennsylvania now ranks 30th out of 41 states in providing pre-K access for 4-year-olds, down from 28th a year ago. The Commonwealth also ranks 14th in access for 3-year-olds, down from 12th a year ago. The National Institute for Early Education Research described Pennsylvania as losing ground on pre-K access, noting a little more than 3,000 pre-K enrollments lost last year. Some voters believe that large-scale preschool programs do not produce lasting benefits. However, research shows that the lasting benefits of early childhood education are clear. The Educational Leadership article, How Preschool Fights Poverty, cites substantial evidence from 3 longitudinal studies that report the positive effects of high-quality, universal pre-K programs that followed children well into adulthood. The 3 programs studied include the Perry Preschool Study, the Abecedarian Study, and the Chicago Child Parent Center Study. All 3 studies report the children they serve have more success in school and adulthood than control students. Perry Preschool students scored significantly higher on standardized tests, graduated high school at higher rates, were less likely to be convicted of a crime, and at age 40 had higher lifetime earnings. Abecedarian students scored higher on standardized tests, girls became teenage parents at a much lower rate, and both genders attended college at a higher rate. Chicago students, too, scored higher on standardized tests, graduated high school at a higher percentage, and got in trouble with the law less. Furthermore, economic cost benefits were very apparent in all 3 studies. 3-to-1 for the Abecedarian program, 10-to-1 for the Chicago program, and 17-to-1 for the Perry Preschool program. Despite the benefits, some Americans believe that the expansion of preschool will fail to address deeper social issues. However, this has proven not to be true. Each day, single mothers across the Commonwealth are faced to choose between working and using low-quality care or not working and using public assistance. Enabling more women to work and not use public assistance through affordable preschool options can mitigate the gender wage gap, reduce tax burdens to public assistance, and provide many single-parent families with a pathway to the middle class. This will also decrease the number of single mother parents who leave the workforce and increase the number who join. Most single mothers are limited to 3 options for childcare: stay at home and care for their child, pay for childcare out of pocket, or use federal or state-funded childcare. 64.8% of mothers with a child under 6 work. Those that are out of the workforce cite lack of childcare options as a reason why. The lack of options is apparent in Cranberry Township, too. Mothers under the age of 25 spend roughly 33% of their income on childcare. For young single mothers that also live in poverty, this number reaches 42.6%. Only 22% of children in low-income families receive childcare. Access to preschool is very limited for low-income families. This, too, is true for the low-income families in Senator Metcalf's district. It's important to note that 1 in 4 families that are on the wait list for childcare either lose their jobs or quit because of lack of support while waiting. Senator Metcalf, the voters of Pennsylvania urge you to support investments beyond Governor Corbett's proposed increases for pre-K in order to continue outreach efforts for our children and prioritized improved quality and expanded learning opportunities for our youth. We are urging policymakers to take a balanced approach to our state budget crisis. While there is always a need to be efficient in government, spending and making adjustments where necessary, all options should be on the table to prevent further cuts to key early childhood programs, and that should include instituting universal pre-K for children. Students like Sam and Kim only get one chance at early childhood education. Sam, Kim, and children across the Commonwealth are counting on you for a brighter future. This slide cites the references used during the presentation. This final slide continues to cite the references used.